I keep writing scripts for videos that become so long that they end up being blog posts instead. But I feel like this is important, so I'm gonna say it again anyway. I've seen so much discussion about fan-creator relationships, and after seeing Hank Green and the Perfect Strangers on Tuesday at San Francisco, which was the first time that I've ever seen people that I admire on the internet in real life, and also the first concert that I've ever been to that was not classical music. And after having sort of interacted with some people, I have an idea of how people feel when they meet people that they admire, and I just found it really interesting how there seems to be a sort of spectrum just in terms of myself, but maybe it applies to other people as well, that the people that I'm a fan of, like everyone other than Hank that was performing, I genuinely felt like, yeah, these are just very talented people that I would be very happy to meet if they were to come down into the audience after they performed. Like, for example, as Rob Scallon was performing, I whispered to my friend Alice, wow, why is he so amazing at guitar? I am jealous. Like, it's that sort of, I see him as a person, you know? As, in a way, as an equal in terms of personhood. And that's also sort of how I felt after the performance when Wheezy Waiter came out and he was signing stuff and taking pictures with people. And I got him to sign the Driftless Pony Club CD that I bought at the beginning, and there was like a very short exchange and like took a picture together, and I was like, thank you, and then I left. And it was a very normal conversation. I didn't really feel all that nervous or anything at all. But then flash forward backwards to when I first got to the theater. The people at the table where they were selling the merch were the Catherine and China, and I was just like, how do I approach them? And it's almost like, because they're not really the creators themselves, they have this sort of mysteriousness around them that sort of makes them almost more than normal people in my mind, which is not a good way to think about people, but I can't help but doing that. And so as I approached them to try to buy this CD, my brain was just saying, don't be creepy. I said hi to both of them and addressed them by name, and then they were super nice, and it was just all like this blur of, I can't handle this. So I was thinking, oh no, what will happen when other actual performing people come on stage? Because I was sort of thinking in like this mindset that if even the Catherine and China make me feel super nervous and flustered, then seeing Hank and Wheezy like in real life, wouldn't that just be like completely mind-boggling? But then it wasn't, because there was the stage and we were the audience and they were the performer, which is really, in a way, just another version of seeing someone on a screen. And it was sort of surreal, which is what I told Alice. And I also heard some other people behind us saying the same thing later on, like during the concert. And it just seemed really interesting how there's sort of this gradient between when you're face to face with the person, it's like, yes, this person is a person. But then when they're performing, it's like, wow, this person is a performer and I am the audience. And that is inherently like, they are on a pedestal, literally, and we are on the ground. And then there's like that further thing of what we usually see, which is, yes, they are inside a video that they have edited and created for our benefit, and I am now watching this video on a tiny screen in my room. And I literally have no idea what I would have done if Hank Green actually came back into the audience after performing, because I don't know if deep down, if I actually see him as a person as much as I try to, or if the reaction that I have will be more similar to the reaction that I had seeing China and the Catherine, or probably a more explosive reaction. And I guess I do need to say that the fear that I have of not seeing Hank as a real person stems more from the fact that he represents so much of my teenage years and has informed so much of how I think and how much hope I have in the world. And as someone who never really figured out what a true role model was. I've only recently realized that the Vlogbrothers are my role models, and I think Hank even more than John, because he presents a worldview that I greatly admire, and his various talents are things, it's everything. I just really look up to him, and how do you express that in like less than a minute of meeting the person for the first time? I don't really know exactly what I've been saying, but I guess I just wanted to say that the distance between a fan and the person that the fan is a fan of is a lot more complex and so much more nuanced than I had ever really expected. And even though I've spent years thinking, yes, everyone is a person, people are people, people are persons, persons are people, somehow it still threatens to break apart, and it's just really strange how it happens. And I guess I just wanted to have it out there that this is a feeling that exists. Also, my voice is sort of messed up from all the singing along and screaming, so I'm gonna upload a vlog from my day in San Francisco later, so keep an eye out for that. It's not gonna be deep. And there's also gonna be another video, which it's gonna be sort of for entertainment only. So I hope you have a good day. Let me know what your thoughts are on this whole thing, that I don't really know how to even have a title for this. I posted a more extensive account of my actual experience at the concert. If you want to see that, it's on Tumblr, and I will post a link to it below. Please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to.